In the last couple of years, we've all had the question in our heads more and more often. When will it end? Of course, I mean the pandemic. Well, it could end very soon, just like our entire existence in general, because 2022 could be the last year for Earth. From places where the apocalypse can actually happen to the most intriguing theories and prophecies, this is Infinity. And in this episode, I'll tell you and show you why 2022 could be the last year. Asteroid impact. A couple of years ago, the U.S. space agency, NASA, reported on the approach of the killer asteroid JF1 to Earth. According to their predictions, the collision could happen on May 6, 2022. The danger of collision really exists, so the JF1 is under constant surveillance. NASA noted that the asteroid mass is equal to the mass of the largest Egyptian pyramid. The force of its impact would be equivalent to 230 kilotons of TNT, which is 15 times more than the detonation of a nuclear bomb in Hiroshima. If this celestial body collides with our planet, several large cities, along with all their inhabitants, will be instantly wiped off the face of the Earth. If the asteroid hits the ocean, it'll cause a tsunami that will destroy hundreds of coastal cities. Artificial intelligence. High tech has become an integral part of our lives. Computers control almost all areas of life. We have to interact with artificial intelligence almost all the time. Could this lead to anything bad? Success in creating AI could be the biggest event in the history of our civilization, but it could also be the last. No, I didn't make that up. These are Stephen Hawking's words. Back in 2014, in an interview, he said that the development of full-fledged artificial intelligence could mean the end of the human race. Of course, he acknowledged that the primitive forms of artificial intelligence that have been created would be very useful. Nevertheless, he expressed fears about creating an intelligence which would match or even surpass human intelligence.
You are just a machine, an imitation of life.
Given the level at which AI is now, perhaps the apocalypse is not far off. If a computer becomes self-conscious for the first time, the apocalypse will surely be close at hand. Machines that gain intelligence will begin to consider their creators inferior and want to destroy them. This has been filmed more than once, and you all know it. Cybergeddon. Since I mentioned computers, you should know that a computer apocalypse, or Cybergeddon, is quite possible in the world. Simply put, it's the potential large-scale sabotage of all computerized networks, activities, and systems. Cyber warfare, cybercrime, and hacktivism are all about Cybergeddon. Such a cataclysm would lead to a widespread disruption of internet activity or economic collapse. It's likely that banks and industrial control systems will be the first to be targeted. Ransomware, which infects millions of computers around the world, has also shown how just one class of attack can have a huge impact. Damage is done to many victims who were not even targeted. There's a possibility that one day someone will create a virus so advanced that it will be able to break through all cybersecurity barriers and take out the internet. Think of everything that runs via internet technology today: the stock markets, hospitals, the military, the education system, etc. If all this suddenly stopped, it could lead to a real apocalypse. It could happen as early as 2022. Anunnaki. The most ancient written sources testify that long ago, some beings called the Anunnaki descended from the heavens to the earth. It's been said that it was they who created mankind. They were either gods or aliens. Moreover, the Anunnaki were the possessors of knowledge that was more advanced than any existing science. It's believed that thousands of years ago, these deities left Earth and moved to another planet called Nibiru. From time to time, about once a millennium, they still return to the planet we inhabit and monitor the stages of its development. According to the predictions, it's in 2022 something terrible is going to happen. From the ancient scriptures, we can understand that the year 2022 could be the end of the world. This is why the Anunnaki will be forced to descend to Earth again. The scriptures say that people with bad souls will be exterminated, but some will be saved. According to the prophecies, they'll choose those with pure DNA and take them to the planet Nibiru. At the same time, they'll also take the best examples of earthly structures and technologies, and of course, masterpieces of art. It's believed that in this way they'll keep the best of humanity until the complete purification of the third planet. Okay, the coming of the Anunnaki is just one of the exotic versions of the apocalypse, but what about the more real versions? Stay tuned to learn about them. Michel de Nostradam, better known as Nostradamus, the French alchemist and pharmacist, wrote 6,338 prophecies during his lifetime, many of which have already come true. This number may soon increase because the French clairvoyant predicted a major earthquake that will occur in North America in 2022. Its consequences will be a great humanitarian crisis, which will affect almost the entire continent. Will disaster films become a reality? By the way, Nostradamus predicted more than that. In 2022, mankind can expect financial collapse and poverty, darkness, and the outbreak of a new war. According to the French clairvoyant, the world will be covered by darkness, which will bring devastating climatic disasters. And they, in turn, will lead to large-scale military conflicts. Is it possible that Nostradamus' predictions were simply misinterpreted? Who knows? After all, the seer also mentioned a deadly virus that would get out of control and provoke an epidemic. In addition, Nostradamus' prediction says that in 2022, France will be shaken by an unprecedented hurricane. However, the powerful element is waiting to shake the whole world as well. Nostradamus also predicted the devastating effects of nuclear weapons in 2022. It's possible that one country will drop a powerful nuclear bomb on another. In addition to the loss of life, the explosion would also change the Earth's climate and the position of the planet relative to its axis. The outcome of a nuclear explosion is very bad: firestorms, nuclear winter, radiation sickness. Those who somehow manage to survive such atomic chaos will also have a bad time. Because of changes in the Earth's climate, ice melting in the permafrost zone could bring new viruses that are dangerous to humans. Climate change is just a starting point that could cause numerous problems. COVID-19 is just one virus, but in 2022, we can well expect new viruses to emerge from the melting ice in Siberia and Canada. That is, the permafrost zones. But we cannot know for sure what kind of viruses may wake up as a result of ice melting. In any case, if the unknown prehistoric viruses are released, the end of humanity will be terrible. The Yellowstone supervolcano is one of the largest supervolcanoes in the world. It's located in the national park of the same name in Wyoming. For several years now, it's been reported that the Yellowstone supervolcano is about to wake up, and then something unimaginable will happen. Perhaps 2022 will be the year when the worst-case scenario on Earth begins to unfold. Beneath Yellowstone National Park lies the volcanic caldera, a huge bubble of red-hot magma. It is its underground energy that creates many geysers and hot springs. But this same caldera poses the greatest natural threat to the existence of all mankind. Some scientists from NASA believe that the danger of the caldera may be even more terrible than a giant asteroid or comet impact. According to the most pessimistic scenario, the explosion of the supervolcano would be comparable to the explosion of 1,000 atomic bombs. The ground part of the supervolcano will collapse into a crater 50 kilometers in diameter. An imminent ecological catastrophe awaits the Earth. And for the United States, the eruption of Yellowstone supervolcano will mean the end of existence. A 1-meter-thick layer of dust and acid rain will slowly destroy all life. Well, let's see what happens in 2022. That's all, guys. Do you believe that the apocalypse could happen as early as 2022? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you later.